Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're doing something a little different. We're taking just one source, a short piece really. It's the lyrics to Alison McLean's song, You Compliment Me.
Right.
And we're using it as, well, a surprisingly detailed roadmap for understanding profound gratitude.
Yeah, it's kind of an exercise in, let's say, textual intimacy. These lyrics, they seem simple on the surface, but they actually lay out a whole philosophy of unconditional support.
Okay.
So our mission today is really to analyze the core themes, the concept of belief, what effective guidance looks like according to the song, and interestingly, how the actual structure of the song, the repetition, reinforces the whole message.
And here's the hook for you, our listener. We think these words can help answer a really fundamental question.
Yeah.
What is the greatest, the most valuable gift one person can actually give another?
Yeah.
The lyrics suggest it's not money, it's not even, like, advice.
No.
It's something far more elemental. So let's unpack this definition. Where should we start? Maybe the heart of the song, the chorus.
Absolutely. Let's jump right into the chorus. It immediately sets up this foundation of what ultimate support really is. It defines it using aspiration and freedom.
Right, those two ideas. They're linked.
Intrinsically linked.
Yeah. The lyrics paint such a vivid picture, don't they? To believe in someone who dreams in the stars allows them to wander the streets and afar.
It's stunning, that combination.
Yeah, so the supporter doesn't just admire the dream from a distance.
No, not at all. They grant the permission almost for the risk involved in chasing it. To wander. That pairing is so crucial. You've got the big vision, the dreams in the stars, but just as important, you have the permission to explore, maybe even to fail a bit, to wander the streets and afar.
Right.
This belief, it isn't restrictive. It's not demanding quick results. We're saying, stick to this safe path.
It's the opposite. It's like an empowering launch pad.
Exactly.
A launch pad.
But I guess I have to ask, why belief? Why is that singled out as the greatest gift? I mean, people give money, right? Emotional support, practical help.
That's a fair question. Why focus on something so abstract?
Well, I think the song argues that without that foundational belief, the money can feel like maybe a debt, and the practical help might feel like just a temporary fix. Belief is the catalyst.
Yeah.
It's what makes the person feel worthy of the dream, worthy of reaching for those stars in the first place. If you genuinely believe they can get there, they get the internal freedom to wander, to make the mistakes, to figure out how to actually do it.
So the belief itself enables the journey.
That's why the text is so clear. Is the greatest gift of all, period.
I see. It kind of takes away that crippling fear of doing something new, of pioneering. That freedom to wander is the freedom to try and maybe mess up, but without losing the support.
Precisely. And then look at the payoff described for this gift. To be here with you sharing it all.
Beautifully put. Companionship.
Yes, a companionship, a shared journey. But notice the sequence. That sharing only happens because of the initial belief.
Right. If they weren't believed in, they might not have gone on the adventure at all.
Exactly. So there'd be nothing extraordinary to share when they return, or even along the way. True gratitude in this context is realizing someone enabled your entire journey, not just, helped you pack your bags.
That makes the distinction really clear. Okay, so if the stars are the big picture goal, what about the day-to-day? The micro-reality. We should probably shift now from that aspirational chorus down into the repeated verse. That seems to detail the more intimate moment-to-moment stuff.
Yes, and this is where the emotional weight of the relationship really comes through. We move from the grand vision down to the messy reality on the ground.
And the imagery used here is really striking. You walk with me where there is no path.
Oh, that line. It perfectly captures what it feels like to have someone beside you during deep uncertainty, doesn't it?
It really does. Like, imagine starting a totally new project or a new career path.
Or even just navigating a difficult personal situation. There's literally no map, no clear instructions. And to have someone just walk with you, not necessarily telling you where to go, not clearing the path ahead, but just staying by your side. That shows incredible non-judgmental support through all the effort and risk.
But hang on, isn't there a potential pitfall there? If the supporter just walks along where there is no path, could they just be, well, enabling someone who's lost?
Enabling blind faith, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. Are they helping them grow, or are they just sort of following loyally down a dead end?
That's a really important challenge, and I think the lyrics anticipate it because they answer it almost immediately. The guidance isn't blind. It says, you guide me with the love of your heart. It's not tactical advice. It's not a logical breakdown of the situation.
It's heart-led.
It's heart-led support, an emotional compass, essentially, that says, I trust your core self, your instinct, even when the destination isn't clear at all.
And this connects us right back to that core idea of belief, especially in the next lines. You believe in me where I can't even see.
Uh-huh. That hits hard. It directly addresses the speaker's own self-doubt.
Yeah.
The supporter becomes this kind of external validation system precisely when the speaker's own internal vision, their self-belief, has just gone dark.
That external sight must be incredibly valuable.
Oh, absolutely invaluable. Self-doubt is, well, it's universal, right? And when you're consumed by it, you can become functionally blind to your own strengths, your own potential.
Yeah, you really can't see it.
So the supporter acts like a mirror, reminding the speaker of what they're capable of, even when they feel completely lost. They provide the vision the speaker themselves is lacking in that moment.
And that's the mechanism, then, that leads straight to the title of the song. The gratitude is summed up. I am so grateful that you compliment me.
Yes. And let's look at that word, compliment. Usually we think of praise or flattery.
Right, like nice shoes.
Exactly. But here, the meaning feels much, much deeper. It seems to tap into the older sense of compliment with an E meaning to complete or to make whole.
Ah, interesting. Like complementary angles in geometry.
Precisely. The supporter isn't just praising the speaker. They are providing the missing piece, belief, sight, maybe purpose, that allows the speaker to function as a whole person again, especially when they're fragmented by doubt.
So the compliment is the support itself. It completes them.
That's how I read it. It's powerful, isn't it? It's not just a thank you. It's an acknowledgement that this person makes the speaker fundamentally whole or helps them feel whole.
Okay, so we've seen the belief, the intimate guidance, but the song takes another step, doesn't it? There's that one distinct verse that seems to broaden the picture.
Yes, it steps back from the intense one-on-one dynamic for a moment.
And it gives us this character profile of the supporter that's, well, genuinely profound. They're described as forever understanding and generous with your soul.
Generous with your soul. That phrase tells you so much. This isn't just occasional kindness or doing favors.
No, it sounds like a core part of who they are, a constant disposition.
Yeah, think about the difference. Like a friend helps you move boxes, that's practical help, maybe generosity with time or effort. But soul generosity, that's maybe the friend who, after the moving is done, sits with you for hours, exhausted themselves, just listening to your anxieties about the new place.
Ah, okay. Giving emotional energy.
Giving time, emotional space, deep listening, not just physical labor. That feels like soul generosity.
And the lyrics then make it clear this isn't just reserved for the speaker. It says, to everyone around us, you play a supporting role.
Which is a huge piece of information, actually.
Why huge?
Because it confirms the support the speaker receives isn't like special treatment or something transactional. It's just who this person is. They radiate this positive, supportive energy in their wider environment, too.
That almost makes the gift feel even bigger, in a way.
It does. And, maybe ironically, it probably increases the speaker's sense of gratitude, maybe even a sense of debt, because they realize the gift they're getting is part of this massive universal generosity that must require enormous energy from the supporter.
That sense of debt, or at least the desire to somehow repay, definitely comes through in the last lines of that verse. If we could give you one moment and give you all you deserve.
That line really highlights the perceived imbalance, doesn't it?
Yeah. How do you repay someone for belief, for understanding, for soul generosity?
You can't really put a price tag on it. It's intangible. The speaker feels the sheer magnitude of this selfless support and basically acknowledges it's almost impossible to give back adequately.
It's like recognizing that the supporting role itself, just by its nature, often doesn't get the reward it truly deserves from the people it helps.
Well said, yeah.
Okay, so let's pull the camera back again now. Let's look at the whole structure, the construction of the song. If you just read the lyrics, you see massive repetition.
Oh, absolutely. The chorus comes back again and again. The main verse repeats.
Those key lines about belief and guidance are really hammered home.
And the way it's built, that sheer volume of repetition is absolutely critical to how the emotional message actually lands. It's not just a songwriting habit. It feels like a deliberate thematic choice.
It creates this feeling of insistence, like a rhythm. Why do that instead of, introducing more new ideas or details?
Well, think about the emotional message itself. It's about constancy, unwavering support.
Right.
If the speaker is genuinely walking where there is no path, that's scary. One single assurance probably isn't enough to counteract that fear.
Ah, okay. So the repetition mirrors the nature of the support itself.
Exactly. It mirrors the constant, unwavering, perpetual state of belief that the supportive figure provides. Hearing it over and over builds psychological trust, like a steady beat in the background.
So the repetition acts almost like an emotional shield then. Hearing belief is the greatest gift, and I walk with you where there is no path, again and again. It's like a constant rhythmic reassurance against the self-doubt that inevitably creeps in when you're trying something new or difficult.
Precisely. If the support described was just temporary or conditional, one verse would probably do the job.
But because the supporter is forever understanding,
The structure has to reflect that permanence. It becomes an echo, constantly confirming, I'm still here, I still believe in your stars, you're not alone. It makes the core message unavoidable, and it sinks in much more deeply.
so wrapping this up, our deep dive into just these few lyrics from Alison McLean reveals this really potent text of, I guess, radical gratitude.
Radical gratitude, I like that.
It's focused entirely on the freedom, the sense of completion, and the enabling power that true support offers. It makes a compelling case that the greatest gift isn't really about what you receive materially,
Yeah.
but what you are enabled to do, what risks you're enabled to take, because someone else holds that belief for you.
It really distills a core truth about human connection, doesn't it? About the power of external validation when our internal compass goes fuzzy. And maybe, for you, our listener, something to consider as you reflect on this text. If the greatest gift is this belief that allows you to wander and pioneer, think about that path where there is no path that you might be navigating right now or recently navigated. What's one specific thing, maybe a risk you took, a dream you chased, a career change that only really became possible because someone else believed in your stars, maybe even when you couldn't see them yourself?